Well, I guess as I said to the kids on Saturday or Monday or both, one season came to a close the other day, and one season is now upon us. And as we all know, it can be a short season if you don't take care of business. So a lot of important things go into every play, every situation, and preparation for a game. We're obviously going against a strong opponent that had a very solid year right from the get-go. I think they had some good games and gathered points against Boston College. If it may have been 2 wins or a win and a tie, and just seemed to be steady all through the year. Good goaltending. I think a lot of kids who compete extremely hard on that team. We're going to have to match their compete level. We're going to have to match their smarts, and hopefully we can create enough good bounces for Boston University.
Great. So again, if you want to use the raise hand feature to ask a question, I'll call on you, and we'll start with Pat Donnelly.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, a lot of returners up front this year, and it's a little different without it being a series. But losing like that last year to Maine in that series, do you think that's something the veterans can kind of internalize and use to their advantage with the experience against Providence?
If there's one rule, it's that constant need to make sure you're 100, maybe 110% ready to go right from the get-go. You don't want 10 minutes to go by where you're a little lackluster or you're a little panicky. Those are the things that can change the complexion of a game. And as far as the experience of having been through the playoffs, it's probably a wash. They're a veteran team. They've been in the playoffs for many, many years. And so again, who makes it happen come Sunday afternoon is the biggest factor. We've got, again, a little bit of a young group on defense, but I think if you look at Providence, you'll find some young kids on their team, and they're going to have to contribute just as the juniors and seniors do throughout the game.
Great. Belle, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. You were just talking about the younger players on your team. And I was just wondering what you're saying to those freshmen, or what the team is kind of saying to them just after such a short season. You've been saying they've been learning as they go, but it's kind of a leap now. So what are they doing to fully prepare to kind of get that quick start you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna remind them that they've played this game for a long time and that they're good at it, and that's all that we're going to be looking for is you to play your game, you to make the high percentage plays. So again, we're avoiding going cross ice with passes. We're avoiding trying to beat people in dangerous areas, middle of a zone or near either blue line, and keep the game somewhat simple. And it's amazing how it can add up. I'll also try to talk to them about, not being afraid to try to do something out there. Again, they're here because they're good players, and nothing says that a young kid can't make a difference in a game or do something special that can help a team win. But you always rely on the upperclassmen, the seniors, to also make sure they're leading by example and doing the little things that add up, like line changes and getting the puck in deep when necessary. But hopefully the young kids will take their cues from me, confidence wise, and how to execute from the older kids on the ice.
Carolyn, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I was just wondering if you had any updates regarding Nearest, or I believe it was Kardashian as well.
Yeah, Maddie has full clearance, and so could be part of the lineup. I think we've got to measure a few things with her, as if she's physically ready to play in a game, and where she might fit in. She is our 7th defenseman, which in the end we'll see whether my staff feels it'd be nice to have a 7th one there insurance wise. I don't think we're in a situation where we have to rush her in the lineup, but she may be a nice safety valve should something happen to somebody early in the game, because it's important there. And Julia will not be with us for this playoff game, so it could be a +1 at this point.
Pat, go ahead.
Coach, just both goalies have had strong years, obviously, as is typical. Have you guys made any decisions as to who goes on Sunday?
No decisions for Sunday. The good news is wherever that goes, we're going to have a talented goalie in the net. As you said, they both played very well. They both made loud statements along the way, not just this year, but probably more from a career perspective for both of them, you know. And so again, we're watching them in practice, and it'll be a tough decision no matter what. But like I said, we're gonna have a talented upperclassman that's ready to go when the bell rings.
Bell, go ahead.
And Coach, you guys are 3-0 against Providence in your postseason history. So is that something you guys are even thinking about at the moment in terms of how to play them, or is this season just so strange that you got to start from scratch with the game plan?
Well, Bell, I'd say you're digging deeper than me because I didn't have that stat right in my head or on a piece of paper in front of me. So thanks for alerting me to that. You know, hope Kevin didn't prompt you on that one. But any which way, I always see the next game as another game. The next game as a new game. The next game as the one you've got to win for all the right reasons. And so again, hopefully we'll take the unknown, I guess, into this game because we don't know that much about Providence. They don't know that much about us. And but as I earlier mentioned, I think they probably mirror us a little bit in that they're very competitive. They work hard, and I think they've got an element of size to go with some of their experience. So you know, again, let's drop the puck and see where the bounces go and who makes things happen.
Pat, go ahead.
Coach, Aaron Frankel at Northeastern said she'd be taking that extra year of eligibility. Do you know if any of your seniors, or can you share if anyone is going to be taking advantage of that year?
Not yet. We're trying to get through this year. There's been some conversations, but I think it's one of those situations that when the season ends, everybody will dive into it, or maybe people will give some indications. But right now, our focus is on being the best teammate we can be here at Boston University, and you know, taking advantage of something if it arises, you know, for some of the seniors.
Carolyn, go ahead.
Hi, I was just wondering if there's going to be any changes to the power play, you know, in hopes of possibly getting something going this weekend if needed.
Good question, and I would say, without giving away too much information, that there's been a little bit of juggling, a little bit of moving some things around. I continue to feel reasonably good about the body of work of the power play, other than the ultimate result, you know, and the ultimate result is getting a puck over the goal line. I think the one thing that we can focus on is not giving pucks away. You know, you try to thread a needle when it's a low percentage play and they steal it and clear it. Shame on us. You know, you get a chance to get a puck back, and instead of just getting it on your forehand and making a strong pass, you make a lackadaisical backhand pass, which again, shame on us. Those are things that are in our control. There's always going to be a time when you've got to take a little bit of a risk, but not a high percentage risk. And I think the last thing is that our people up top deliver some pucks to the net and get it on net. I think we've, you know, been a little bit maybe negligent or a little bit shy about delivering pucks to the net. And I'm talking wrist shots. I'm talking, you know, sort of quick half slap shots, not just the big one-timer or the big full slap shot. You know, you get pucks to the net on wrist shots or kind of half slap shots, and those are the easiest ones for the kids to tip out of midair. They almost act as like a changeup in baseball from pitcher, that you know, the timing sometimes for the goalie is a little different than if you just fire a bullet on the net and they stick a glove out or a blocker out or right or left pad and make the save. So we avoid giving pucks away. I think we can continue to put pressure on people and hopefully finish with a good shot or a rebound or deflection.